Yo,
You on the party, yeah?
yeah, bro, rocking it out.
Just few days ago
Letting it all go. Привет.
Она не слышит. Тебе передали привет. Ну, твой английский.
Hello.
That's a good start.
She started to learn English by some app.
Yeah, what up?
The app is Duolingo.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, I use it too. It's interesting to fix maybe some problems with language if you got. But when I start a new course with Spanish language, for me it will be a little surprise because when I start English, I have some base. With Spanish, I never teach, never learn.
Yeah.
My knowledge is nothing. And for me, it was fucking hard to understand why I need to choose this variant.
Nah, bro, it's like, yeah, I think, I don't know. I studied Spanish like for 3 months. Like I remember my first course in high school, and it was like really, I was not feeling it, because I just didn't want to speak. I think I only started speaking Spanish when I was like, okay, I need it. I was like, for my Mexican friends, like I was like, it would be cool if I came to the party and like spoke Spanish, So when I was motivated like that, I just learned, like my brain just like received the information better, I was like, how do you say I want to, drink, like tequila with you? And then like learning like that is much better.
Yeah,
if you don't have a reason to learn something, you're not going to learn it. Right? I don't know.
Yeah. For my first huge step to start speaking on English, it idea that not idea, желание.
Desire,
yeah, about to explain some ideas and some things in my head which I want to explain to my friend who knows just English.
No, like, but those are the best conversations too, right? About abstract shit. I guess. I mean, abstract conversations are the best. Conversations about ideas, conversations about concepts, or maybe like words that haven't been invented yet. There's like so many things that the words haven't been created yet, to describe those things and emotions and feelings. There's probably going to be a lot of new slang after this whole crisis, like something with COVID. Yeah, like some slang is going to come out of COVID, I think, or some memes or
I saw some jokes, memes about Russian words about this situation. Like
which ones?
В заперти.
В заперти.
Yeah. Это перевод там был, это типа, когда ты в запертом помещении без бабок.
В заперти. Yo, I like that. That's saucy, dude. I like that. Yeah. Вот, блядь, что-то в заперти быть заебало.
Ну, это Москва.
Хотя бы бабки есть, блядь, какие-то.
У вас
людей есть совсем пиздец.
У вас пожестче все же, чем у нас.
Бля, пропускайте заебали, реально. Прикинь, даже нельзя в такси сесть без него. Сегодня гонял к пацану за шалухой, за десяткой шалухи, блядь, потому что ничего другого нет. Нужно только было либо так, либо квест, впадло было на квест идти. So he's like, yeah, this is bad quality. Like, do you want it? I'm like, I'll take it, And
I know. Just a few hours ago, I got little quest but I visit my friend.
Nice. Style. Yeah, no, dude, I don't like the whole like online like dark web thing. I like old school shit, like visiting visiting a friend, you know, that's it. That's like what I love to do. I even like it more than going to the store, you know, like I had like 2 years of my life or 3 years of my life just like going to the store in California, right?
Yeah, fuck you.
Dude,
When you live in LA, it's not a
dude,
problem.
it's not a problem, but it kills the whole ritual of meeting your dealer, you know, meeting your buddy, you know, because like
Yeah.
it's a special thing, dude. It's a special thing.
Oh, I got
So
a question. How much is it in LA?
it depends, dude, on the quality of the stuff. You can get like $5 a gram, $10 a gram,
At
$15 a
store.
gram, $20 a gram.
It's
Depends on
meaning
the huh?
it's meaning about store or about street
No,
dealers?
store. No, that's store.
Ah, okay.
Generally, do $10 a gram. Generally, $10 a gram. So 750 rubles now, right? It's cheaper than in Russia for sure.
At Moscow, how much?
1.5 to 2,000 rubles, 1,500. Yeah, no, bro. Niggas is going wild in here right now, dude. Niggas is going wild, dude.
800, bro.
Damn, I need to go back to St. Petersburg, man. I'm telling you, dude.
But not all, guys. I heard a lot of crazy story about the prices which use the guys on the street now, because we got some problems with police, we got some problems with the guys maybe, and I got this price because it's my fucking old friend. I know him since school.
Yeah, but that's the best. That's the best. You know, you just have a buddy that, you know, that grows low weed and
yeah. And
stuff.
now it's very good connection. Like I came to him, ask him about some weed. He can give me the quantity, and after that I will say, man, can I pay later? He said, no problem.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
That's
a sick relationship. That's dope, dude. You know, I wish that upon everybody.
10 years of work with relationships.
10 years of knowing this motherfucker. Yeah, no, bro, it takes time. It takes time to develop trust. But you know what? Like, I don't know. I do go on quests still. Like, if I need good stuff, but like everybody's out in Moscow right now. That's the thing. So well, at least the one guy that I know and trust, he's like out. All he has is like a bunch of shalucha, so no other options. Sometimes you just gotta be grateful, you know, for what you have.
So true.
Not take shit for granted, you know. Thank you, Lord, for this water. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Thank you, Lord, for this shalucha. You know what I'm saying?
But I use it stuff like sometimes you can be like in a circle. It can be 10, ну, десятый числительный.
Десятый что?
Ну, десятый по счету, если сказать. Не 10.
The 10th.
10th joint, and somebody don't. Everybody is fucking stoned. Nobody want to make a last touch, and somebody drop it on the earth like it's for jar.
Just drop it like it's hot, bro. Drop it like it's hot. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Drop it like it's hot. It was from album Rhythm and Gangster of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, bro.
It was my first maybe CD.
Yeah. No, it's a good song. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, right?
Vibe.
Yeah, there's something about it.
It's some same style of vibe.
It's a unique track.
Sensual
seduction?
Yeah.
It's sensual seduction. Yeah, dude, that shit is fire, dude.
Fuck.
That shit hits you right in the heart, man. Sometimes, Some
man. Songs got these vibes.
Yeah, no, this song is good for like making love too, you know.
For me, it's more. Как это? Воспоминания, если это воспоминания.
Memory.
Memory, yeah.
It's ironic that this is the word you were trying to remember, right? Memory. Fuck, how do you say memory, bro?
For me, a memory with this song, it's about last class at school. We was fucking young, and we had first step with weed, drinks, something like that.
Baby steps.
Yeah. It's like about school parties, not like about that adult stuff like making love.
That adult shit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Can't adult anymore. Must beach.
Must be.
Must go to the beach.
Uh,
So what about it? What about it?
Oh, I just have a stupid situation today because I open YouTube, try to see something, and some days you don't have new stuff, and any days you got old stuff in one moment.
Yeah.
And today that was this moment when I start like first 5 minutes and with this
Yeah.
video, next video for 5 minutes, next, and I didn't see a full time anything today. But it's all about podcast. What I saw today, it all was podcasts, not maybe just one show of Alexey Pivovarov, Redakция. Maybe you know this channel on
I
YouTube.
actually don't, man. I'd love to check that out. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm
This
always looking forward to new shit, especially right now, bro. And thank you for recommending Krapivin. I read some of his shit. It's pretty good. The short story that I sent you though, bro. Did you have time to read it?
Yeah. I started reading, but it was my early morning, and I stopped in the middle. But
Bro, the ending is so powerful.
yeah. But
The ending
the
is
reason
so
why
powerful.
reason why I stopped, it's not because for me it was maybe
Boring or whatever,
or I was lazy. No, it's some moment when you start reading something and you start thinking about what you read, and maybe some emotional or some memories or something like stuff.
Yeah, dude,
And
you know what's crazy about that guy, man? Like Prosper Merime, he was the first guy to translate Pushkin to French, I think.
whoa, I
Yeah,
don't know
Vadim
about
said that. I trust Vadim. He's a real one.
it's really, really easy. Interesting. For me,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was this memory. It's about Corsica. I never was in the place, but
yeah.
for me,
Dude,
Corsica.
they're kind of like the Cossacks, bro, I think.
Huh?
They're kind of like the Cossacks, if you want to compare it to the Russian people. Like, they're like the Cossacks, like Southern Russians, like Corsica people with their own laws, with their own like principles. That's where Napoleon's from, no? Was from.
Maybe.
I think so, bro. I'm not sure,
Do
but
you
I think
know something about Corsican language?
it's a specific dialect, bro.
And
I know it's
which?
like mixed with Italian, even. I think.
Yeah. But it's more interesting because it's mixed with Tuscan type of Italian language, and
Yeah.
Tuscan type of Italian language is like a part, no, most huge part of modern Italian language, because a lot of guys from Renaissance was from Tuscany.
Shit.
Who
From
wrote
Tuscany, yeah,
what?
from Tuscany. Yeah, a lot of
Tuscany.
the Renaissance niggas were from Tuscany. That is true.
Yeah. Dante Alighieri,
Yeah. Man, those
Niccolo
Tuscany
Machiavelli.
motherfuckers, huh?
Fucking amazing place. I want to come back to the place. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy what like a geographical location can do to your brain, right?
Yeah.
Like living in Russia, you know what I'm saying? It's not just like, oh, you're Russian, you speak the Russian language, you know the Russian culture. No, it's like you live in Russia. You are geographically placed here in the motherland. That affects the way you think, right? That affects the way you behave. That affects the way you approach love, success, like everything, It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's so much difference. But
Yeah, bro.
sometimes for me, it's like some surprise. We had talks about the people who live in Russia, the people is one of the most huge reason why we don't have some changes in Russia. I mean, in like social or politics or something like that. Like a lot of us living in shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
bro. Yeah, we
but
live in shit. Yeah.
we got interesting thing near St. Petersburg. We got little country Estonia. They have on the border with Russia,
Yeah.
little city. The name is Narva. It's on the river. The
Yeah.
border is the bridge. It's very interesting type of government border. You just crossing the river and change the country. On Estonian side is city Narva. on Russian side is city Ivangorod. It's fucking two different place. Like same Russian city is hell. I think you can imagine how it can be fucking dirty ghetto. Estonian part, it's clean. It's not like something fucking amazing. It's
well, yeah, dude. That makes sense though. That makes sense though. Like Estonia, like look, for Russia, it's a small ass border town, right? Like imagine taking care of Russia. Look how big it is. For Estonia, it's just another city, right? Like and it's a small country, so it's like easier to manage, right? It's like they have their Estonian funding, right? And it spreads from what's the capital of Estonia? Vilnius? No, that's Latvia. Tallinn. Oh my god. Well, oh my god. Tallinn.
You need to visit. It's fucking amazing city.
Bro, no, I want to see the Baltic states, man. I want to try. I haven't been to Finland. I haven't been to anywhere, dude. I want to see all that shit. I want to see, you know, how they're living. Like, I want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, Immanuel Kant was like really interested in Baltic culture, not just like German culture. Huh? He lived in Lithuania, I think, right? Or Latvia.
He spent some time at Königsberg.
Yeah.
That was Prussia.
That was Prussia, yeah. But whatever. I mean, that Prussia was just like the big like governing body at the time. But like the culture, we're talking about the culture, right? The people, not like who's like on top of them, like governing. Anyways, I want to see all that stuff, man. I wanna go hang out with Estonians. Like I love like that in a subinstance, sometimes in Balki, like they go to Estonia.
No, they go to the Finland.
Oh yeah, they go to Finland, right?
That's vibe, man. That's vibe. Yeah, it's true too.
Yeah, but I love that they go there and they fuck with their cops, you know. I love this shit, like. Yeah, bro, but Russia's huge, man. Russia's huge. I mean, and it has central funding, right? And like central, like you know, it's like very little like local authority, right? So it's like all the money is here in Moscow or St. Petersburg, right? And we just have like, you know, our issue, man, here in the motherland. I think our issue is economics, right? Like the way we distribute money. You know what I mean? But it's going to take time to change that, and I don't really have a plan. You know, maybe when I'm a little older I'll have something to say about that, but or wiser. I'm studying economics right now though, and I'm trying to figure out a plan for Russia. I'm not sure what it is, man.
Macro or micro?
Macro and microeconomics, man. Like I don't know, you know, I'm not sure what the strategy should be. There's people who are much smarter than I am that can speak about this better. That's something I know for sure. You know, I have students who are good with economics and they try to like teach me something, you know, I learn from them. Just what I appreciate that shit.
For them, it will be interesting way to teach language, learn English. Like they try to explain ideas of economics for you, and you can hearing how they say it in English.
Oh man, I appreciate that stuff so much. Like I learn more from my students than they learn from me. You know, I'm just a guy with a degree. Like I don't, you know, I'm not versed in economics, that's for sure. But you know, I've been reading a lot of canonical works with some of my students, like, you know, on the socialist side, like Marx and Engels, right, and like all these canonical people. And like, you know, I've been reading canonical stuff with my students lately, like rereading Adam Smith with my other student, right? That's like the traditional like father of capitalism, like the theory of capitalism. So I'm getting both sides right now. I'm doing like Paul Kruger's masterclass. I'm in general just like learning the way money moved around, you know, during Ivan the Terrible's time, you know, during like fucking Peter the Great's time, you know, how was money moving around? And dude, the way money moves in our country, it's always been a really weird thing to observe. It's always kind of like there's this kind of central location where everything is gathered, and like all countries are like that, right? But with us, it's like to the extreme, right? Central power, man, central power. It's, you know, it's nothing new really, but also, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Nobody know.
Maybe it's because it's cold as fuck around here, man. Maybe it's because we got winter. We got winter, and well, Canada has winter too, man. But for some reason, they're funding.
Finland, Norway,
Yeah, they
Sweden.
have winter too, and for some reason, they are civilized societies in terms of money, in terms of like financial movements. I don't know, man. I don't know. We had Planova Economica, right? Like planned economy for like 69 years. 69 years of the union.
That was mistake.
Yeah, because you can't plan anything, right? You can have principles, values, but planning is tough, right? I mean, planning in the world changes too fast, right?
Yeah, it's impossible. Like how we can plan that stuff or what happened in this year with this coronavirus or economic crisis.
Speaking of the devil, dog. Speaking of the devil,
it's like if you how to say. If you want to see how God is laughing, just say to him about your plans.
Oh yeah. If you want to hear God laugh, tell him about your plans.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that idiom, bro. I love that one. I love that idiom. Remember, I sent you another one that I liked the other day. This proverb. What was it? Oh yeah. A woman is only a woman, but a good cigar is a smoke.
Yes, but
cool.
How you understood this phrase?
Like, don't let women completely take over your consciousness. Remember, there are other good, the kind of like quote unquote manly things that you can enjoy. That's the way I read it.
When I was at school, I read some magazine of my father. That magazine was about some business, and that was article about Winston Churchill. And
yeah, what about him?
Yeah, and some quotes was like huge font used on the page, and I remember that it's like some his phrase. If he was a crazy addict of cigar smoke.
Oh yeah, bro. He drank like a motherfucker too.
Yeah. And he said the phrase: "If the newspapers will start writing about I need to stop smoke cigarettes, it's better will be stop reading newspapers."
Yeah, I'm sure of that, bro.
And this phrase for me, it's like I think it's a good idea for everything. Like if I use this phrase for girlfriends, I said every time with new relationships, like my idea, if you will start try to fucking my brain, I will break up with you. Please don't.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's the spirit, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's gangster shit, dude. That's right.
Like we need to have a normal dialogue, but if you will start like fucking brain, not a dialogue, just a monologue.
Yeah. No, dude, there's so many women out there who are just brain fuckers, man.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that have been like brainwashed by feminism to the max. And like they're I respect feminism. There are good things about it. But there are people who call themselves feminists and they're just acting like crazy bitches.
Yeah, but
you know Russia, what I mean?
In Russia, it sometimes looks like comedy. Like I had a talk with two girls. It's young girls. They are very modern. They think I don't know. They're living in this new pretty life, and they got a lot of ideas like about abuse, about feminism, about all of that. And they're like activists. And when we started talk, I asked them, please tell me some names of the women who is now is
the women.
Women who is great now. Is in anything, like it can be science, it can be business. It's and
I can find you some.
I'm sure we have a lot of women who is a champion and this some little specialty, and they didn't know. They can't speak.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This blind feminism, right? There are some women who are like, they call themselves feminists, but like they can talk about it, right? Like they'll name you a lot of women, right? And they respect that, and then you can have a conversation. it's hard to have a conversation with a feminist when it's like that. Yeah, it's like, okay, who can you name, and then they can't name anybody, And I understand some people are bad with names, but you can't even describe a person. Yeah, it's like that happens a lot. That happens a lot with my conversations.
Everybody knows some faces from Instagram, but sometimes that faces is nothing. It's just pretty face, and that's all.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Instagram is a fucking shit show right now, man. Like, it's a fucking Russian escort catalog, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I have a bunch of American friends who like just go on Instagram to look at Russian girls, bro. Instagram should like rebrand themselves and call themselves Russian elite escort catalog.
Yeah, we know we have a lot of girls.
Plus some skateboarding and surfing and soccer. Man. Good shit.
When at my university group, I got some girl who was escort, and she was like elite escort. She have a time with some famous hockey players from
spend some nice time with them.
Yeah. It was fucking funny. And after that, she not a clever girl, I think, because one time she had a repost about some article at Instagram about her, but that article was bad. It's for like some page which writing info about girls. They're writing for like this girl, this bitch, she's escort, like blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they had a post about her. She reposted it.
Oh, Rynok Shkur? Are you talking about Rynok Shkur?
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
I know about Rynok Shkur.
Yeah, and she reposted that shit, and everybody at our university group after that understood who is she. Before that, about that knows maybe 2-3 guys.
Right. But like I don't have hate for these women though. You know how some guys will say like, "Oh, I will never marry a girl like that." I don't know, man. I might, I don't know. They're people too. They're just trying to get by. They're trying to make money. They're trying to survive. Some of them come from like, they're beautiful, but they come from like really poor families. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're different, man. They're different. Not all of them like.
Yes, I agree with you. Every time is different situation.
Different situation, right? Different circumstances. Yeah.
Yes,
some of them go through a lot of struggle, man. It's crazy. Like.
Yes, but I don't have respect for them, because I think it's not like искренне.
It's not honest? What do you mean? What do you mean? Define.
When we see porno stars, that's girl who live like a dream life, maybe for them. I don't know.
Really? Well, that's not always the case, though, man. Like, again, you don't know. She might just be like, "Oh fuck, I'm doing this again." Like, "Oh fuck."
Yes, maybe.
She's florist, dude. There's different circumstances.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the
ones who enjoy it.
Yes, porno stars who enjoy that.
Yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't be big stars, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be. Yeah. That makes sense.
They got money. They got love. They got good sex. They got attention. They got a lot of fans who can buy everything.
They got green tea. They got black tea.
Yeah, I saw a documentary movie about some Russian porn industry, and for one Russian girl, some huge guy from the Moscow bought a flat in the center of the Moscow. 3 rooms, and it's just respect. It's not meaning she fucked with them. No, he is big fan of her. I got money. It's little present.
What do you mean? They like, you mean people buy them shit? People buy them apartments?
Yeah,
that's
apartments.
What you mean.
Apartments.
Yeah, man. But that's been going on forever, man. Like, men who are courting women, men who basically always want to get the pussy from them, right? They'll buy. No, dude, that's old, dude. That's like. That's just the way we men are, man.
Yeah, but this woman is not lying. They don't try to, I'm a cat, I'm a good girl. No, I'm a fucking porno star, man. And I know everybody here. But if we talk about escort, it's a lot of times it's like, I'm good girl, I'm prayer, fuck, I don't know, something like that. But in real love, it's a bitch.
But yeah, but they don't want the
habit.
information, dude. They don't want the information to get out that that's the business that they were in, right? Because like some men might be prejudiced. They might be like, "Oh, you used to be a hoe? Well, you are not meeting my motherfucking parents." You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But she might be a good girl, so it's like her life could be, ruined. But at the same time, like, I mean, if you are her, you probably don't want to be with a guy that has prejudice like that, right? You want to be with a guy who's open-minded about these kinds of things, right? If you are her. So it's weird. But I can understand, dude. I can totally understand when women are trying to be like really secretive about the shit that they do. I mean, talk about fucking Chikiste or KGB agents, right? You think they're gonna tell you that they are fucking Apira? They're gonna be like, no, dude, I work for, Gazprom or whatever. Yeah, bro. Tell me more about that.
I had a meeting one time with a guy who worked at that moment at
FSB.
Yeah. And when that was like our first meeting on some party, and we had a talk, little short talk, and asked him where are you working, and he said, I'm working at the newspaper. We said, oh, interesting, which type? And he said, oh, it's boring shit. I'm working at a newspaper for Russian army. We were writing about some tanks, about some this type of shit. And
yeah.
Then just a few months after that, another our friend who was studied with him in university said to me, no man, he is working at FSB and most interesting stuff.
Nigga, he does not just write those newspapers.
Press center of FSB. He's a journalist, but he worked at like agent.
Yeah. I'm sure, dude. I'm sure, they'll tell you, I'm a professional chess player. Yeah, sure. Let's play some chess.
What?
Yeah. And then they lose to you, and then you're like, yeah, tell me more about chess, my man.
It's so boring shit.
Yeah. And what's up with that? And what's up with this gun, dude? I didn't know fucking architects needed guns, bro.
Sometimes. But my father said chess playing is more dangerous type of sports because your enemy can use a desk and hit to your face.
Damn, that's like serious competition, bro.
Yeah, seriously. Huge bet on this competition.
I've never seen anybody do that. I guess I haven't lived life.
You will see that.
I'm just waiting now for the day.
Do you play in some table games, classic games like chess or narde?
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of chess. I'm a big fan of chess and chess. So that's my game, I guess.
Nobody from Moscow play. No, from our friends. I every time ask this question: if somebody play at narde, nobody.
Dude, backgammon is cool. It's called backgammon in English. I do play it. The thing is, like, I had a friend to play it with, and then, like, kind of life took us into different, places.
Armenian friends?
Yeah. I had some Armenian homies that love that game, so yeah, they fucking love backgammon. But no, it was a guy that hooked me. That was the guy that hooked me up with some flour. Actually, I would show up to his house, get some flour from him,
and play. That's good.
And we would play backgammon. Yeah, and he taught me how to play it, and we had a lot of fun. But then I stopped seeing him. We stopped seeing each other, and that's it. I stopped playing backgammon. So you need another person. I think you need another person to
group
to drive you. I mean, you should have things that are just your things, right? That like nobody.
One second, friend.
Yeah. Take your time, yeah.
Look.
What is that, dude?
This is a desk from the prison.
Whoa, yo, is that a backgammon board, dog?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. That is gangster, dog.
Yeah, I will show you the. Fuck.
Yo, bro. What are you talking about, son? Wow, man, that's impressive, dude.
Yeah, I will show you
The pieces? The
the
dice?
some. Yeah, no, dice is a little. It's not nothing interesting, but this one.
Oh, wow, dude. No fucking way, bro. That is sick, dog.
The
That
cat
is
head, man.
sick. Damn, that is gangster. Who gave you this shit, dude?
That's interesting. We got a little place in St. Petersburg. The name is Огонек. Laika on English.
It can mean like a party or like an event.
No, it's
Right, little
mean
get
like a
Little
news.
Light.
Yeah, Little Light. Yeah.
Little Light.
Yeah.
It's like a rap name.
And this is
Little Spark.
some cafe in the center of St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Our friends is owner of that place, and in this place you can just buy coffee and buy some cigarettes like tobacco, like hand rolled tobacco and all stuff for them. It looks like coffee shop but without weed. And a lot of guys who work in this place or have time on this place, they every time spend time with playing backgammon. And that guy, owner of this place, he is my teacher of playing this game. I really love that game, and after then, last year I got хирургическая операция.
I had a surgery last year. I had a surgery.
Yeah. And because the reason was a cancer, for him that was a fucking huge news.
Holy shit! He got cancer.
Me.
You had cancer, bro.
Yeah.
You had cancer?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
Yeah, man. Nobody start joking with this.
No, I know. Wait. What? Throat in your throat? What?
No, throat. It's thyroid type of cancer.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. And last June, they cut the part of my thyroid, and now I live just with one part. But now it's all okay. I'm like, it's this type of cancer for lucky boys, man. It's like you got little operation. And
Thank God, dude. Thank God, man. That's crazy, man. I'm sorry I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and my friend give me a gift, make a gift after the situation. He said, man, it's fucking hard times, and that will be my gift for you. He came to some place, I don't know where he can buy that stuff from prison, and make a gift for me.
And he gave you this backgammon board?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome. On the paints, like this crazy guy with cut head, this is a historical person.
Is that Taras Bulba or something?
Yeah, everybody start thinking it's he, but that guy, the father of historical guy who baptized Russia.
Oh, who baptized Russia?
Yeah.
It's his father.
Yeah, that guy is father. He was all time, язычник.
Yeah, he was a polytheist.
Yeah.
Monotheism, polytheism. But he was a Viking, right? Like
Yeah.
Like he was, he was
That's
like
the reason why he had a cut head. Why he have a cut head of somebody.
Yeah,
little
dude.
gift for memory.
Just cutting his head, man. That's what he does. That's powerful, man. That's a powerful gift. And that's a powerful experience, and like the story is crazy, man.
It's very interesting for me because I have some jokes about that. At one time I started feeling some strange things in my body, like last пуговица на рубашке.
Last button on your shirt, the top button.
It's this feeling on your neck. I came to doctor like therapist.
Yeah, like just your physician.
Yeah, and he said you need to go take some test of your blood and go to make ultra УЗИ in Russian, ультразвуковое исследование. voice.
Get like oh man, oh man, oh man. Just do tests, right? But I forgot the name of that specific test.
Yeah. And after the test, I got some news that I need to go to specialist. I found one of the best in the world guy who make this type.
Who does this kind of surgery?
Yeah. And for me, it was fucking huge surprise at St. Petersburg have a clinic. This is the hugest clinic of this stuff in the world. And the last year, they did 6,000 operation like that.
Whoa.
6,000.
You got lucky, man. I mean, thank God. Yeah, that's cool that you live in St. Petersburg and that's where the hospital
and this doctor said me an interesting thing. Man, you can't feeling something in your body because this thyroid don't have a nerves, and if it can be make some hurt for you. You can't feeling anything. It's very strange, like you start feeling something. It's like somebody will say you need to go to doctor, man. I don't know how, but the most funny stuff that every time I start feeling when I smoked.
Yeah.
It's like some, I don't know how. I don't trust in anything like this, but some power in that period, like that stupid moment, the moment when you like high fun, not as serious, you start thinking serious. Fuck, I need to do something. Maybe it can be serious. It can be serious.
Right. Let me ask you this question. Do you think it came from smoking?
No. I had a talk with the doctors and they say, no, some more reason it will be with nuclear stuff can be. It's like I can go to the bad dentist and he will have not good this rentgen stuff,
X-ray,
or I was on nuclear energy station when I was at university. I working like assistant of photographer, and
you went there as a photographer.
And I was on the atomic station near St. Petersburg. But it can be everything. Fuck. Nobody know what it can be. Doctor said we can cut that shit, we can do your health, but we don't know why they come. Nobody know. We the most huge brains in the world to try to find a way and find the answer for this question. What can be reason for that? And when I had a talk after operation with my doc, I asked him what type of my regime.
What type of diet? What type of like lifestyle?
Yeah, what type of lifestyle I need, and I started asking him short question like alcohol. He said little and good type of alcohol, not
the cheap shit.
Yeah, not.
I like your
shit.
Doctor, man.
Yeah, I asked him about cigarette. He said no, I don't like that shit. It's fucking bad. never use it. The third question was about the food. He said it's typical, more healthy food, more vegetables, good meat, good fish, everything what you want, but you need to understand what can be good for you, what is not good. And I asked him about weed. He said, it's okay.
Yeah, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think weed is definitely less damaging if it's good, if it's just clean weed, than like tobacco, right? The problem is that we mix with tobacco, right? That's our culture.
But that will be more huge damage for your легкие.
For your lungs.
For your lungs, yeah, not for thyroids. Yeah. Thyroids is more strange.
Yeah, because dying from lung cancer ain't no big deal.
That doesn't matter.
Bring it on, lung cancer.
For me, in this situation, more hardest moment was not my ill. Then I started exploring information about that. I had a meeting with some doctors, and I got some friend in Moscow. He's a professional doctor. He is oncologist. In English, I don't know.
Oncologist, yeah.
Cancer doctor. Yeah.
Cancer doctor, yeah.
Yeah, and he working in the most hugest institute, the Russia of the cancer. It's Kashirskaya Shosсе. I think
Yeah, that's here in Moscow. Yeah.
yeah, fucking huge building with a lot of clinics, with a lot of institutes, everything about cancer.
Right.
And he invited me to the place to have a meeting with some doctor, his professor, who's a good guy, who can give me some ideas what I need to do.
Right.
And when I have a journey to the place from the metro station, I had a walk just a few hundred meters, and I saw most creepy picture in my life. I saw a lot of families, like a mother with a little kid, and this kid is ill. This kid had a mask. This kid has a hat that was like a May. It was a hot in Moscow day, really hot. I was on t-shirt. They got a little toys on the, but fuck, I wanna cry, man. After that meeting, I wanna go to the center of the Moscow. Came to the first bar and asking for 100 vodka, please, because my hand was shaking. Most
Fuck,
creepy
dude.
stuff.
See,
Even
that's what hurts me the most, man, is like seeing kids that like
yes,
suffer,
yeah,
because like
fuck.
kids are innocent always, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Why
such
kids?
thing as
Why?
race, there's no such thing as ethnicity, there's no such thing as religion with kids. It's just kids, right?
Yeah,
And every time like they have to suffer, it's like, oh fuck, God, like why kids? It's always like so difficult, man. Yeah. I can't
it's
even
on,
imagine though, man. I can't even imagine. Even
crazy stuff.
seeing it on the internet, even seeing like just online, uh just like some Facebook video. Oh, this kid is only 4 years old and he's been only going, all he knows is chemo, all he knows is the hospital. Dude, it breaks my heart, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Breaks my
so
heart,
true, so
man.
true. It's creepy stuff, yeah, really creepy. It that, but if we will take some poetic note about that place, it's look like necropolis from the Hero Might and Magic. It's really, it's a huge hospital. Was constructed in the 70s. It's full of concrete. It's gray walls. It's
Right.
like some geometric stuff. Huge, massive.
Hermetics, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you start feeling like at the some dead place. No, no life in, in the place. Just death. Castle of the death. The most
Shit.
strongest man, I think it's a doctor who working in that place. Every
Dude,
fucking day you see the
for
death.
sure. The doctors, man, God bless those people, man, that go there every day and do their job and don't give up and like keep showing up, and they keep coming, right? They keep coming back. Those are, man, those people. I mean, I have a tremendous amount of respect for these people, man. Because like, dude, I don't know when the last time. I don't know. Anyways, I just recently reread "Записки врача, юного врача" Bulgakova, right? Dude, what a work of literature. It just shows like how lost the doctors are themselves, right? Like they physically cannot learn so much information so fast, right? So they're learning as they're working also. He's like, oh fuck, am I about to save his life, or am I about to make it worse? I don't know. I'm just gonna have to trust God, right? Damn, dude, that takes balls, man. That takes balls. Well, trust yourself, of course, but there's some higher power, right? That they are very in touch with this higher power, because like I spoke to a lot of doctors, man. I like doctors in general. I love talking to them. Like they're psychologically they're very interesting people, right? Like
Yeah, very
they're
interesting.
insanely exciting characters.
Different type
Yeah.
of people. Yeah.
Different dude, just so much in touch, with so much more in touch with the world than you, I think, in many ways, in touch with life, with what it means to be alive. And it's like, they all say they all have stories about like kind of some higher power like helping them, when they're completely helpless, or pointing them to the right page in the book that they need to read, and like Zapiski Vracha is like very much about that. It's, you remember when he's like delivering a baby and he's like, fuck, how do I do this? And he like runs to his like little house, little hut, little fucking izbushka, finds the book, like, let me see. Okay. Put your hand in the vagina. It's like, oh yeah, okay. And then he runs back and he does it. Bro, that is just pure gold, man. But yeah, it takes balls. It takes balls to be a human like that, just not to give up, right? And not be like, you know what, like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Like,
Fuck,
too
they
much
are
blood, you know?
strange. They are strange.
Man,
Like
they are, yeah.
if we try to imagine something normal, that type of guy, they fucking strange every time.
Oh yeah, dude. No, they are not like, you know, a regular everyday bloke, you know, a regular everyday dude. Like, it's always people who have some sort of like special psychological gift, intellectual gift, right? It's a combination, I think. Their soul is like very, you know, big, whatever that means. Just like, I mean, they have this like capacity to want to help other people, right? Because it's hard. You want to help other people to an extent, right? To a certain level. But generally, you know, you want to come back to your comfortable cave and do your shit and read your books and like, everybody leave me the fuck alone, right?
Yes.
Like, doctors, they do that, but they have very little of that in their life, right? Mostly it's like, oh, hello, doctor, is this Dr. Georgi? Like, is this fucking Dr. fucking, oh, dude, you gotta help, man. Like, this shit is out of control. And he gets that call. He gets that call like every day, dude.
Fucking every day.
He's making his copy. Shit is out of control.
Oh, I will try to find some pictures, some photo from my graffiti time that we was fucking young, and that picture has a capture like this shit is out of control.
Shit, man. Send me that.
Yeah,
Have you seen an image of a Polish like doctor, some surgeon who was like, you know, he was doing like a surgery for like 12 hours.
Yeah. Photo of guy.
Yeah,
Full
it's
sitting like a
such a
dead
powerful
man.
photograph. Yeah, fuck. He's like completely exhausted. He gave
Fuck.
all of his like concentration towards saving this life. Imagine how much energy you burn when you are trying to save a life. And
Crazy.
when you,
It was some surgery on the
heart surgery. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, and the motherfucker lived for like another 40 years. The nigga with the new heart. It's, you know, I'm saying, like, speak about higher power. The surgeon died before him, dude. The surgeon's already dead. God bless his soul. The guy, I think, who had the surgery died recently, you know, like, or is still alive or something. Like, that story has a beautiful way about it.
I saw.
Crazy,
Do you know the type of athlete?
Athletes.
Yeah. Bodybuilder. His name. Fuck, I forgot the name. He's very
Arnold
famous.
Schwarzenegger.
No. It's like a type of modern internet guy. He is old guy. He's like 55 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. He's like
who's screaming on the video with the bird, black guy who's
let's do it. This shredded older looking dude. I've seen a handful of those, man. I've seen a handful. Like this shredded. Do you know the word shredded? Shredded, like buffed, like you know, like fucking ripped.
Yeah, Fletcher, C.T. Fletcher, the name of that guy, and
like
that
some blogger.
No, that guy is a professional bodybuilder.
Well, yeah, I mean bodybuilder, yeah.
Bodybuilder, and he got he's a good motivator, and he's screaming on his video for guys. It's some funny shit talk,
motivational shit.
Yeah. And that guy had a huge surgery on his heart. He got a lot of problems. After a lot of years, he came to the hospital. They changed the heart, and after that, he posted some trash type of video at internet, like.
I'm gonna take a piss real quick, bro. I'll be right back.
Ошибаешься, у меня есть душа, у меня есть сердце, оно большое. Спасибо за помощь, Кате Федин.
Собственный вес всего лишь 72 килограмма.
The most
Yo.
I said
headphones back on. All right, we're back.
I sent to you some video, but the most funny in this video, it's not original, maybe original video. There's some Russian guys translated with funny.
Like they do a little goblin version of it.
Yeah, something like that. That's a reason why this type of video and these characters start be famous in Russia, because it's a lot of rude words, a lot of Russian phrases about the stupid stuff.
Let me see. Let me see.
It's like ODB, Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang Clan.
Oops.
Собственный вес всего лишь 72 килограмма. Сухой бляха, как вобла. Великий Фрэнк Мембрана отжимается на брусьях с весом 82 килограмма. Это 2 его веса, плюс дополнительных 10 килограмм. А вы и дальше отращиваете жопу в Макдаке. Фрэнки, покажи, как сухие перцы могут ебашить. Всегда хотел потренить Сити Флетчером и доказать, что турникмены тоже кое-что могут.
Турникмен.
Давай, Фрэнки.
This video is not legendary. It's like one of from all, but interesting, like his reaction for that guy, because that guy is not typical for him.
Ну и пресс у этого мудачины. Я думал, у него мозоль на животе вырастет.
Yeah, no, that white dude is strong though, dude. Like, goddamn, dude. I mean, he's not just a turnik man, dude. He lived. Although he might be a pull-up bar guy, I don't know. Yeah, it's impressive though. It's impressive. It's impressive.
And all guys from that video, they from Los Angeles, city of the freak.
City of freaks, dog. City of freaks, for real. It's a hub. It's a hub for unique people, different people, for sure, for sure. Man, it's a hub for them gay people too, man. If you're gay, you're gonna be much more comfortable in Los Angeles than some other cities, you know. But any kind of uniqueness, you know, politically opinionated people, you know, in general, gather there.
Когда другие просят меня рассказать о Фрэнке, я отвечаю, да иди ты на нормальный турникмен нахуй. Вегетарианец, который живет на бутылке, специалист по тренировке с весом собственного тела. Он настоящий мастер своего дела. То, что я бы никогда не смог сделать, дается ему очень легко. Мастер ебаный в рот.
Yeah, it's a very interesting guy.
No, but this fucking turnikmen guy is gnarly though, dude. You know, this is the kind of shit that I'm into. I'm also into working with my own body weight, much more than using weights. What about you? Are you a weights guy? Are you a weights guy, or are you more of a like using your own body weight guy?
Yeah, body weight for me, it's more interesting, I think, because weight is nothing. When I spent 5 years at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu doesn't matter how much strongest you are. But Sometimes I met the guys who fucking crazy. One time I met on the training the guy who is beast, really beast. He looks like a beast, and I will try to find his photo, man, for you understanding how
Yeah,
he's
share it on Zoom, share it.
Yeah, and he is.
I mean, share your screen, share your screen.
Yeah. The first step I need to try to find his photo.
Yeah. Do your thing, boss. Do your thing.
And he got like after 2 hours training on the mat, he coming to the gym and working with iron without rest. Fuck. And I don't know how he can, but he's not normal guy. He's really professional.
Fuck yeah, man.
Killer. His education, his knowledge about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was very low, but he like the main character from the God of War, like
Yo,
Thanos
you're good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, huh? You know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, just a little bit. I'm a legendary white belt because I spent 5 years working at that stuff, and my belt is still white. I trained with maybe with
legendary white belt.
Yes, seriously, man. I maybe I don't know. Maybe I can be the part of the list of Russian athletes. No, I am not athletes, but I can start being this
athlete.
Athlete, yeah. Because who trained with a lot of Brazilian guy who's real Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Brazilian guy, like a black cool belt. Yeah. Because I work like a manager in this type of work, and I met a lot of Brazilian guy who was a really good guys.
I fucking love Brazilians, man.
Yes, some
so
of that
funny.
Now with my
funny ass motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah,
naturally funny ass motherfuckers. If you are hanging out with Brazilians and you're not laughing, your soul is dead.
Yeah. Every time, they every time laughing.
Yeah, they like to shoot the shit, man. They like to make fun of everything. You know, I love those niggas, man. They're awesome.
I got a lot of experience.
Awesome.
Look at that guy who killed me.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, he looks like the fucking mountain from the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. He very strong, man. He killed me.
Looks really strong, man. He killed you, yet you're still alive, man. I'm happy.
But he's very good guy.
He killed you, and then he brought you back to life, right?
Yeah. He really, really good guy, and fuck. How I can stop the demonstrate?
There's a button. Stop sharing.
Maybe that.
There you go.
Yeah. But it's interesting. When I was young at school, I spent a lot of time. I trained at the judo, classic judo, and I got a lot. It was a professional sports school, government sports school. We got a very cool coach. He's very strange person, very strange character. But when I was young, I hate him, and all my friends in group hate him. But now I really respect him because I understood what he did for us. He teach us.
I love that. Oh yeah, he taught us. That's right.
And we saw some newspaper, some Soviet newspaper about him. The Bild newspaper Bild was about fire hero of tatami, fire knight of tatami, огненный рыцарь tatami.
Knight, fire knight of tatami. Knight of tatami.
Огненный рыцарь tatami.
Nice.
Yeah. And a lot of guys from my group, they start be professional sportsmen. Not now, but in some period they spent a lot of time for that. They was a part of national teams and.
That's good, man. It's good for your character, man.
Yeah. And the guys was fucking huge, fucking dangerous. Everybody 100 kilograms of power and muscle, but they was and they are good character. They very friendly, very polite, very
A lot of people who do martial arts, man, are, very friendly, very polite people,
Not that's 50-50. Like
well,
one
yeah, I
part,
guess,
yes, it's very good guys. The second part is
is
fucking
assholes.
rude assholes. Like I don't know, rednecks, gopniks.
Yeah.
You
Let's not
can,
deny that that exists. Yeah, that exists, man. That's true. It exists. It's a thing. It's a thing. But in general, when I meet a person that does martial arts, normally, like, I can find like a common ground with this person. Like, I can find the right things to say.
yeah, you can
Uh,
understood his mentality, how he thinking. If
yeah. Like,
you,
I can understand the way he thinks. Yeah, and so in general, I like speaking to fighters, or like to people that do martial arts. I just think that in general, those are more grounded men, you know, because like they do manly shit. You know, I miss boxing. I miss like going to the gym, punching the bag. Like, I go to this like
do you have
outdoor.
some coach at the Moscow?
No, I don't have a coach. I haven't
I
had a
got
coach in a long
man,
time.
man, man, man. I got a good friend at Moscow. He's professional boxing
Well,
coach,
fuck yeah, man.
and
Hook me up. Hook me up.
he's very interesting guy, man.
I
I
love
will.
boxing people, man. Boxing people are my favorite people. I can't grapple though. I can't do jujitsu. I can't do wrestling.
Yeah,
I
it's very, very, very different type of.
Boxing is very different. Yeah, like I don't like to be touched by other people. Um, I like to avoid their touches basically. But I tried jujitsu. I took jujitsu classes for a little bit. I just got tired of rolling around with sweaty men. But now I think I'm over it. I think I was a kid, man. I think I was dumb. And I was like, ugh, everybody's so sweaty and you have to touch them. I was acting like a pussy, if you ask me.
But I don't know why. I know these ideas. I heard it a lot of time, but I don't know why, how it born this type of ideas. Cause really wrestling, it's fucking hard. It's a fucking dangerous, de- really dangerous. Because at the box, somebody will just kick your ass. At
Yeah.
the wrestling, they will broke your arms, your muscles.
Tear your muscles, yeah,
You
like
will
break
be
your spine, leave you
invalid.
paralyzed, dog. Leave you paralyzed. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that shit is crazy,
You
man. That
know
shit
that
is dangerous, dog.
you know that story when we meet in St. Petersburg at the competition, which
Yeah,
we
what? Yeah,
play.
some guy got really
Yeah,
injured. I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
But
happened to
he's
him in the end? By the way,
uh,
I remember an ambulance took him to the hospital.
yes, and he's walking. I saw last video. He's walking.
Fuck, thank God, man.
Well,
Didn't
yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
didn't
I don't
something like
know.
really bad happen to his spine or something?
I don't know. He spent a lot of months at the
Like a spinal
hospital
injury.
with special center for rehabilitation. That type of guys, and he started walking. He was lucky man, fucking lucky. After that, what he did,
Yeah, no,
broke
I
his
remember you guys were
back.
saying that he might be paralyzed. Like
Yeah.
shit was scary. Yeah.
I was at the demon flat. We met his friend, doctor. I show him some information about the guy, and
Yeah.
that friend of Dima said, "Fuck man, he dead man. I hope he will dead."
Damn, dude.
Sometimes I heard this phrase from the doctors.
Yeah, no, doctors, man, in general, they have a good relationship with death, right? They understand
Yeah.
that sometimes dying is better.
Yeah, because
They understand that.
they understood how it can be. Man, one sec.
Yeah, dude. Do your thing.
Because white nights coming to St. Petersburg, but dark is near us.
The darkness is coming.
What do you know about white nights?
Not much, man. I've been to St. Petersburg. I've been to St. Petersburg once for White Nights. I was very young though, and I did not really. And it was fun. It was fun. I was young. Let's say that. I was like 19, 18, 17. It was well, okay. It was like I wasn't 18 yet. It was like 17, I think. And then I went again when I was like before that, when I was 15. But not for White Nights. Yeah, so it was during my teenage years with a class of mine, with the Russian school, like just my homies. Drinking beer was like an adventure. Oh my God, we're drinking beer. We're young, man, young. we did we climbed up the roofs, and my sister came, bro. My sister came. She brought this American friend of hers, her best friend from the U.S., who's a Mexican American chick that didn't speak a word of Russian, but she's super cool. Her name is Arceli, and we had a good time with her, man. Because we rode the train from Moscow to St. Petersburg with her, and drank beer out of these plastic 2-liter jugs, and with this American chick, and she was everything was everything was interesting to her, right? Everything blew her mind. And so when we climbed up the roofs during white nights on Nevsky, I remember we ran into a homeless guy that lives in the attic. He lives on the top floor, when not the apartments, but that little area between the roof and the top floor of the apartments. Чердак, yeah. And she was like, oh shit, the homeless guy, and she was cool with it, She's like, she's like, all right, that's normal, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, you can survive in Russia. Just the way she reacted, I liked it. And we said hello to him, and we went to the roof, and we just
maybe
drank.
because she lives in the United States, and I saw a lot of pictures from Los Angeles or San Francisco.
Oh yeah, dude, we have a lot of homeless people in Southern California, dude. All homeless people of America want to go to Southern California, man, or Florida, because it's warm. It's warm. And because people are generally, generous, they'll give you free weed, they'll give you free food,
Ooh.
They'll give you free shit. Yeah. There's this stereotype that Americans are greedy, but that's not true, man. Americans are generous people. You can survive there as a homeless person for a while. I mean, you're not gonna have a great life, but you can survive. But for me, it's one of the scariest, man, things, being homeless. Fuck, man, that's a horrible fate, right? God
I'm
damn.
a little bit romantic, you're a beatnik who spent the time traveling by the train, something like that. But maybe it's interesting if you live your pretty life in 1950s, but not now.
Nah, dude, being homeless is never interesting. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, dude.
Very interesting.
I never want to fucking explore that realm.
I remember the time when at St. Petersburg you can find or met in the street a lot of homeless guy who broke lives at the middle of 90s with something like economic stuff maybe or something like that, because that's
invested into the wrong things, or
yeah, and I remember some guy who was homeless. I don't know what happened with him. He was old guy. He maybe 60 years, and he got a dog, and you can meet him on some points of the hood, on some corners. He just sitting on the floor, on the asphalt, and he wrote with mel.
He wrote with a chalk. Yeah. Chalk. Yeah.
He wrote with a chalk on the asphalt some mathematic, some physical.
Oh man, that's sad.
Formulas
That's sad, dude. That's sad.
Yeah. And sometimes you can find him. He wrote something on English or German. Fuck.
Because, dude, bro, yeah, when it's it's way more sad when it's like that, right? When you see a person who's not gifted, I guess, intellectually, and you see that they're homeless, you think, oh well, fuck, it's tough, but I guess for some weird reason you don't feel as bad for them. You feel much worse for that, that professor that's homeless. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my thing.
Yeah, same feelings. But the different part of the types of guys of St. Petersburg. I know some guy. He was living not on my hood, on hood of my friends. That he was a legend of the hood. That was a homeless who.
Every hood has a homeless legend, dude.
Yeah, that guy had kimono.
Oh yeah, that was his nickname, or he wore? That was his nickname, or he actually wore a kimono. So you guys called him Samurai, yeah?
Yeah. We got give him a nickname like a samurai or something.
Fuck yeah,
that, like a coach, because he looks.
He was the craziest drunk, I'm sure.
Yeah, fucking crazy. Yeah, he was a really mad, crazy guy.
Yeah, you know what the crazy thing is, man? A lot of times they're actually crazy. They have like real psychological, problems.
Mad,
That's why they're
yeah,
homeless.
mad guy, yeah.
Yeah, bro. No, shit is real, man. Dude, I worked with this American journalist, the Humans of New York guy. And I didn't really appreciate the experience at the time, but now I'm like all these memories of working with him are coming back. I remember he always asked the same question, right? He said, "What is your biggest challenge?" He didn't even want to know the names of the people that he was talking to. He's just like, "What is your biggest challenge, right, in life?" Dude, and some people said like, oh, just finding a job, like I can't, like nobody wants me because like I'm a cripple, and you don't see it visually. And he's like, "What do you mean you're a cripple?" And the guy's like, "Well, I have this like mental illness, and they describe how difficult it is to live life with it. Like they can't even work, and man, that shit just hit me in the feels. And a lot of that shit he didn't even post because that nigga is only interested in posting the shit that's good for his channel, right? He doesn't want to post everything. A lot of these stories that I thought he had to post, he didn't post, man. And he in a way, he only posted the pretty stories. They weren't pretty, but like he didn't post the really ugly shit, man. He did not post it because he was like, "Oh, my audience is not ready for it." I was like, "Man, that's bullshit." I really respect him, but like some people had to end up there, man. That he didn't, that he decided not to post. I think. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, dude. You never know. My point is, you never know when a person has issues, man. You never know what they're going through internally. You never know how much they're struggling, right? How much.
Never know.
You never fucking know, man. And that's why, man, we gotta count our blessings, as they say. Thank God we can work. We have brains. We have the mind for it, like the healthy like psychology for it, right? We have the physical capabilities to do a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Can travel, can work, yeah.
Yeah, man.
For me, on this week, I got interesting experience because I had a talk with my boss. Said to him sad news about I will left the company, which the company needs to find the new guys and blah blah blah. And after that, I had a lot of phone calling from another colleagues who start asking me about this situation. Is it real? Is it real? You go? Why? And one man asking me the question, "What you will do?" I said, "I don't know, man." And for him, it is very strange.
The guy went through cancer last year. I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little graffiti. I'm gonna sell some cigars.
Oh, I know. But for me, it's normal. Like I can change my life.
Man, I love that about you, man. I love that about you.
Yeah, it's when I got education from university, but I worked at the restaurant like a waiter, or I worked like a workman on the concrete. We built second concrete skate park at St. Petersburg. It was fucking hardest experience in my life of work. I understood.
Those Mike Nolan jobs. Oh man, I gotta show you. I gotta show you this cartoon character, Mike Nolan.
I understood a weight of money.
You understood, how hard it is to make it, right?
Yeah,
how hard it is to make it. And it doesn't just lie on the street.
Yeah, and for me, it doesn't matter which type of work. All work can be good if you feel.
Fuck yeah, man.
If you really like it, you can do any type of work.
Bro, you can enjoy fucking anything, right? You can enjoy making a road, like laying asphalt down. The problem, you can have a fucking blast. You can learn so much. The problem is when you don't have an option to do something else, right? When you feel like you're in prison, you're like, "Oh fuck, I have to do this every day."
If you spend all time on this work, but for me, it can be just a period.
No, but right. No, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like me and you have. I think I have a similar personality to yours. Like, I like doing all kinds of work, right? I don't like being stuck.
Experience.
Yeah, dude, do this, do that. Go fucking build a house. Go fucking teach some English. Go translate some shit.
For me, for you, it's normal, but not for that guy. For his, it was something strange. Like, I am mad. Why? You really don't know what you will do? Yes, man.
Oh man.
Tomorrow will be tomorrow.
Let me tell you. Those people are difficult, right? Because they are warriors. What they do is worry about tomorrow, right? And they can get in the way of you enjoying your today, right? Because they're warriors. they're not warriors, not
The
fighters,
warriors.
right? They're
Yeah,
warriors, right?
warriors.
They worry, not from war.
Did you? Did you? If you said that word, warriors, warriors, did you saw the movie Warriors? The old
Warriors,
movie
no.
about the gang at New York who. It's interesting story about the
Yeah, tell me about it.
street gangs of 80s of New York. Like strange.
Are you talking about Gangs of New York with Daniel Day-Lewis? Oh no, well that's called Gangs of New York.
Yeah,
You're talking about a
no,
movie
no,
that's
no,
called
no,
Warriors.
no, the Warriors. The Warriors.
Yeah.
And the one moment is they have a classic scene about one band try to find another gang, and the head leader of this gang he tried to find guys. He used 3 bottles on his fingers, and he shake like that, and the bottle is and pronounce this sound, tum tum of the
the bottles cling against each other.
Yeah, cling, the glass, and he said phrase. Warriors, come to the play.
Come out and play. Yo, he's a creep.
Yeah, I try to find.
Let me see. Yeah, no,
I said the wrong man. Warriors, come out to play.
Come out to play. Yeah.
One sec. I will show you on my.
Nice.
Fucking.
Yo, I haven't seen the Warriors, man. Oh, it's 1979, dog. I gotta see that. That's vintage shit.
Whoa, sound. That moment, yeah.
I hear the.
That.
Huh. That's a good scene, man. He's a psycho, though, for sure, man.
Yeah,
he's playing a fucking psychopath. You can see it in his eyes, man. The actor's doing a good job, actually. Yeah, man. No, that's
good movie. It's like classic. It's not like some fantastic. After that, you will be wow. No, but it's good for me. Most interesting movie of American.
Yeah.
That period, that some like art house, maybe if you can say about that movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
The movie is her name, The Breakfast Club. Do you know that movie?
I know the title and I know something about it. I have not seen The Breakfast Club.
It's about story about school guys who spent Saturday at the school because they do some mistakes at the school.
Oh yeah, they got detention. Yeah, they got it. It sounds like a familiar plot, dude. I've probably heard about the movie in like in videos about movies. I have not seen it though. No, I have not seen it.
Spend the time with that movie. It's really good. They really good story about the characters, about different types of people and how they will mixing in one place if they. And I got same feelings. And one moment when I studied at the university, we got some exam or something like that. I don't remember. Laboratorная работа, laboratory work.
Yeah, lab work. Yeah.
Yeah, lab work. Yeah, we got, and we spent like 6 hours at the one room at university with group of my colleagues from однокурсники.
Yeah, your classmates.
Yeah, classmates, and the group was without some my friends of classmates. It was all different guys. The guys I don't have any relationships before with them, but after that we start be a friend because we had a talk. We have some ideas how we can do the job together.
You guys connected well. Yeah, you had some chemistry going.
Yeah.
Some intellectual chemistry.
interesting experience when you're sitting in one room with different peoples, and you need to be a friend.
Yeah, well, bro, I mean, that's kind of how prison is. I hope we never go, right? But like, that's how jail works, right? Like, Sergei Mavrodi has this one interesting video where he says like you gotta be a good man, like, and like in general, right? But especially if you go to prison, you cannot be like a fucking asshole, right? Like, you cannot think you're important or whatever, right? Or you're the shit, right? I forgot the word that he used, but there are like, there is a rank, right? They give you one of the lowest ranks, Lomavoy or something, I think they call you. Yeah, it's like it's like
Opushny.
No, Opushny is below that, but it's close. It's close. It's like a low rank. It's basically like, if you break psychologically, or if you can't communicate with other people, right? Like you could be talking with like different kinds of people there, right?
Yeah,
So
you
need to understand how to speak to different people, right? Like how to behave. Yeah, dude, in that type of scenario, it's survival for you, right? Communication is survival. Like, it's
humor is most important things for survival in that situation.
Humor, yeah, no, dude. There is a great Russian film. I think it came out in like 1978 or something. I sent you Kalina Krasnaya, right, or something, like that.
Yeah.
He just gets out of jail, right, and he's like, умеешь радоваться, радуйся, не умеешь, не радуйся, right? Like, he's like, right? It's just like, and remember, he also says like, если бы у меня было 3 жизни, одну бы я отсидел, да, одну бы я прожил, а одну бы отдал тебе. Таксисту говорит, ну нихуя себе ты, блядь. Yeah, great character, bro. Great character.
I got some friend. Oh, please.
No, I was just gonna say, it just says something about human psychology. Like, some guys, they can survive anything, right? They can find the common language with anybody. They're good guys, And
I got some guy like that. It's my friend from the hood. He got some troubles with drug law, and he spent 4 years at the prison.
Oh shit, that sucks. I'm sorry.
He is very smart guy. He got a good education, and he uses social networks for explain or what he feelings at the prison. And he used Twitter.
He blogged about it.
Yeah. He blogged about that, and now he is on freedom. He working in the music industry, and I found some video about him. It was a blog of Navalny life. And the blog on YouTube, that was all about the Russian prison. And they invite some guests who got a monologue about prison. One of that guest was my friend. And he said on this video some jokes which he posted on this Twitter about the situation with I forgot that word. Насекомые.
Insects.
Insects. With some insects at the prison rooms.
Shit! There's probably lots of them, man.
Cockroach.
Cockroach. Yes.
Yeah, cockroach. And he said we have at one room like 16 men, and every man can find 10 cockroaches, like fucking a lot of them. But nobody touch them because nobody know why they are sitting here.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Fuck. Yeah, you see, like, if you see the humor in that, right, that's good. Like, but some people will not see the humor in that, right? They'll be like, "What's the joke?" Like that's the guy you want to get rid of, right? Like, the guy that cannot laugh. Like, oh man, yeah.
Yeah, he wrote a book. He wrote a book about this period of his life, and this book is full of his post on the Twitter. It's like 2,000 posters about some situation.
That's good. No, that's good that he found an artistic release, right? It's a hard time. You're going through a fucking hard time, right? So the least you can do is just create something every day, right? Every day. And it's a wonderful new way to create, right? To blog, whatever the fuck you want to blog about, whatever the fuck you want to do.
You can post it everything. Internet is
bro, this is an amazing time, because like every time you do something, every time you post something, every time you create something, every time you post something, right? You have to post, right? In the end, it has to come out. You are creating this online ghost, right? If you die tomorrow, there is going to be this online ghost, right? Online Zhora, like.
Yeah, you can find some posts, some articles, some videos, some musician which created by your friends. Can be. I got some friend who now is internet ghost. He passed away 8 years ago, and
I'm sorry about that, man.
No, it's normal. It's normal. Like I'm not. Как это? Сентиментальность или
I'm
что
not
это?
sentimental.
And I'm not sentimental with that. Like if somebody dead is normal. Dead is part of our life. Yes, it's sad news. So true, but
when it's your friend, yeah, dude. When it's like, cause my dad died a year ago, right?
At the moment, it's most huge damage for you. It's like nuclear bomb. If you got really close relationships with that guy, like it can be your
it's
father.
Not always like that, dude. It's not always like that. Let me tell you how grief works, because my dad died last year, and I know your dad's alive, so your mom is alive too, right?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Nothing matches losing your parent. Probably the only thing that could match is the only thing that could match that is like you're losing your sibling, right? Losing your sister or brother, or losing your child. That's it, dude. That's it. It's the hardest thing that can happen to you. The way you feel, it's strange. At first, you don't believe it. The person's already dead. You already went to the funeral, right? But you're still like, you just can't believe it. You're like, you can't believe that you will never talk to this person, that you will never see them, that they're dead. Like, it's just like, you cannot understand it. It's different from like when your friend dies. I've had friends pass away also. It's sad and difficult. But dude, nothing matches losing your parent. Nothing. I hope it doesn't happen to you soon. Honestly, it has to happen one day. But I really sincerely wish you to not experience that, because you start feeling grief, dude. Like 6 months later, 7 months later, a year later, right? It just comes to you in waves. All of a sudden, you're broken emotionally. Like just unexpectedly, you're making coffee and then you remember your dad and you're like, oh fuck, and you become really sad. And that's how grief works. And every time you work through it, every time you become less sad, right? Every time you learn to be less sad. But I don't think the sadness completely goes away, man. It's your dad. If it's your dad or your mom, like it's different.
No, it's like I got some same feelings with my grandpa. He got passed away 3 years ago, and I sometimes have this wave.
I'm sorry about that also.
Yeah. It's like wave coming for you, and you sitting in, whoa, why I did not talk with him about that? Why I didn't do this with him when I got this?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You start thinking about that. It's crazy. Yeah, seriously.
I would give away everything that I have right now to just like speak for a minute with my dad, right? I didn't understand how important it was when he was alive, and I definitely took it for granted. But you move on, you live life, whatever. You understand that that's impossible, but crazy how important that is. It's crazy.
Did you have a closest relationship with father?
I had a good relationship with my dad. Yeah, we were in an argument because I always had to choose about. My parents got divorced, right? And my sister chose my mom, and I chose my dad.
You spent life with
a lot of time with my dad, right? That's why my Russian is so good. That's why I'm so connected to Russia. That's because like. My sister did her Russian is not even that good anymore. Like, yeah, she has a painting, of Pushkin at her apartment or whatever, but that shit is just for show.
I'm Russian.
Yeah. Look, I'm Russian. Yeah. Look, I have
Moscow.
Look. You see over there? I have the imperial fucking farfor in the fucking cupboard. That's how Russian she is. But that I never use, never take out. Never touch. It's just there.
Grandma farfor.
Yeah. No, all that good shit. But like yeah, but she chose my mom, dude. She chose my mom, and I chose my dad. Because I was like, I don't know. Well, God knows why, but I loved him a lot, and then it's your dad. You're a
Yeah,
boy.
so true. Yeah.
You're a boy. You need your dad, right? So I would fly back and forth my whole life and like be with my dad, be with my mom, be with my dad, be with my mom, be with my dad, be with my mom, right? Like 6 months there, 6 months there. And no, dude, I love my dad. We had a really close relationship. We had a lot of like near death experiences together. Like one time we drove around a lot, around Russia. One time we went to the Crimea by car, like from Moscow. And there are these mountains, these super dangerous wavy roads, like two, one lane one way, one lane the other way. These fucking crazy ass fucking Crimean people riding in these like shestorki, drifting in them, like all this crazy shit,
or
like
Kamaz.
Tokyo drift, Tokyo drift, like using a devyatka, saying like, dude, one time, like, dude, we were so close to getting into like a head-on collision, and my dad like reacted when he did, and dude, he was like shook. His hands were like shaking afterwards because it was like his life, my life. We had to like stop, come out, and just like hug each other and be like, holy shit, those kinds of moments. And you don't really think about them until the person goes, right? I only started remembering after my dad died. I was like, oh fuck, that was a crazy experience with my dad, like, holy shit. Like, that nigga fucking swerved right on time. Like, yeah, no, it's crazy how memory works. It's crazy. That's why you got to make memories, and you gotta that's why the self-isolation is bullshit, because you're not making memories, Humans are meant for adventure, I think.
Adventure is most interesting stuff.
Yeah, humans are meant for adventure. Not just, humans are meant to sit in their caves and have their routine, right, and have their own thing and blah, blah, blah. But they're meant for adventure. Just, it's a 50-50, right? 50% at home. 30% of the time at home, maybe 60% of the time at home. 40% of the time, you're having adventures, you're making memories, right? That's why you enjoy the home, right? I think, because like, you're like, oh, fuck, I feel so good to be at home because I'm back from my adventure, right? But when you're not having adventures, it's fucked. It's fucked.
Just a few days ago on Netflix, I saw I forgot the name of that artist. It was stand-up United States, some from New York, some New York theater, and the stand-up comic. He had a speech about people now don't want to stay in one place for any time. Like, we're going every time. Like, I will come, like your day, how your day is look like in normal life. Like,
oh yeah, dude, I'm jealous of you because you're from St. Petersburg. It's a fact that you guys are better at waiting and you're a little slower in a good way. Like, I'm trying to learn that. Like, that's why I'm leaving to the fucking dacha, dude. Not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, because like, dude, Moscow is insane, bro. Even now, even with the quarantine, it's always pushing you somewhere. So it's so annoying when you can't go somewhere and the city just keeps like pushing you somewhere. It's like, I think here in this city, bro, you're meant to go. You're meant to. It's like kind of like New York, I guess. There is a reason people compare it to New York. It's not New York, of course it's not. But yeah, no, dude.
I think New York have a different situation. In United States, every state is like full place. You got the huge cities, you got economic.
Nah, not always, man. There are a bunch of states that have no cities.
Yes, but people who live in that place, they can find some work maybe. But we can go and rush in some deep place where you can find angry bears, wolves, and some.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's my shit, dude. That's my shit. No. I obviously I want to have a place in Moscow, right? I want to have like, my life here. This is main base, right? This is main base. But dude, Karelia, like the north of Russia, I want to have a fucking house there, man. Go hunting. Like, I need nature, man. This shit drives me insane if I spend too much time here. I'm also thinking about getting a motorcycle license. You should get one with me, so we can get those fucking choppers, bro, and chop around. Fucking be really loud, like annoy people with how loud our motorcycles are, what I'm saying? Yeah, fucking. It's a highway to hell. That's my shit, bro. and then we go.
When I will pass away, that song will must play and
yeah. Oh man. Oh fuck. Yeah, imagine you go to hell and you get the same room with Hitler. Imagine if it works like, like any other prison, you get like 2 beds, like an American prison, and and the Satan's like, well, I'm sorry, we only have 1 room available. It's with Adolf. And you're like, fuck, with Adolf?
It will be interesting. For a few years, it will be interesting. I got fucking a lot of questions for that.
I got a lot of questions for you. Why?
Why? What
were you thinking?
No. First question will be what? Second, why?
Yeah. Well, you only got eternity to figure all that out.
Yeah, it will be interesting. And the hell we can find a lot of interesting guy too, not just Hitler. A lot of assholes.
Yeah, I know. I want to go to heaven though, man. I don't want to go to hell.
It's interesting. Hunter Stockman Thompson had some phrase in one book. Like he was a journalist of create Gonzo journalism, and
legend. Hunter S. Thompson is a legend, bro.
Yeah, so true. And like he had a phrase: "If I will wrote just truth and only truth, it will be bad for minimum 600 person from west to east side of America. Like that person will sitting in the jail or something like that." I don't remember 100% quote. It's like my translation. And
you got the gist of it. You got the main idea. Whatever, man.
В русском варианте я знаю, как она.
Давай, как в русском варианте скажи.
Если бы я писал только правду, исключительно правду, то минимум 600 человек сидело бы, гнило бы в тюрьме. Правда, как исключительная правда, плохая вещь в журналистике. Что ты всегда привираешь, что когда ты пишешь, что ты не можешь 100% быть честным в этом, раскрывать все карты и рассказывать все истории, потому что
слушай, эту цитату я, кстати, знаю, я не всегда с ней согласен, но я чувствую в ней какую-то правду, конечно, я чувствую в ней какую-то
правду. А ты много
правду.
читал его произведений?
Слушай, нет, мне еще предстоит только изучать его, но я знаю про его жизнь, я знаю там про его рутину, да, то есть есть такой мексиканский американец, его друг, который написал The Revolt of the Cockroach People, как революция типа людей-тараканов. Ну, то есть про жизнь мексиканцев в Америке, про то, как их на самом деле там класс рабов, типа, да. И они дружили. И вот этот мужик, забыл, как его зовут, он тоже пропал без вести, как-то очень странно умер, он куда-то там полетел на самолете и пропал, или в джунгли какие-то пошел. Ну, что-то вот такая, как-то, знаешь, смерть, вот, блядь, друга Хантера С. Томпсона, блядь, смерть. Ну, то есть, как бы уже я начал задумываться тогда о Хантере С. Томпсоне, да, потому что, блядь, этот чувак с ним дружил, и, блядь, Джонни Депп с ним дружил, и он, типа, Джонни Деппа посвятил же, типа, Джонни Депп выстрелил из пушки его прахом, да. Да, то есть, как бы...
наверное, видел его...
Ну, такие вещи. Его рутина, бля, он пиздец же, я знаю, он там кокаин каждый день ебашил, там, и бухал, блядь, жестко. Ну, то есть, как бы, не совсем здоровая рутина была у человека, но, я так понимаю, у него была хроническая депрессия. Вот.
Оскар Зета Акоста.
Да, Оскар Зета Акоста, вот. Оскар Зета Акоста, that's his homie. But yeah, Hunter S. Thompson, dude, he was so depressed. That's the thing. That's what's so sad about these talented people, right? It's like, maybe the reason he was so talented was that he was depressed, right? Which is like, it's sad. You don't want them to be depressed. But yeah, he shot himself, right? I also know that. Hunter S. Thompson, like, killed himself with a gun.
Yeah. You really need to read his books because
I need to.
This is my favorite.
Which one?
Which book? Fuck, I don't know. Maybe.
Or which story? Or what would you tell me to start with? What would you recommend? If you were like, Greg, start with this. Start with this shit.
Maybe Rome Diary.
Rum Diary?
Yes, I think it can be good because it's one of the earliest his book. It's a book of his early period when he started to be a journalist.
Yeah. I heard a bunch about Rum Diary, man.
Next books is more about a politician, about some social stuff. He was a good political journalist. He was author of Playboy magazine, something like that. He wrote a lot of cool articles. And like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is all about like article about his magazine give him some task, and he have a journey to find the answer for that question, and he did some crazy stuff all his book. I don't know, maybe Generation of Swine it can be good, or I don't know how it can be in English, Better Than Sex. He got a lot of books. Maybe when I was at school I read about Hell Angels, the book
Hell Angels.
Yeah, you know that
I heard that
motorcycle band.
The motorcycle band. Well, no, but there must be one.
Yeah.
Maybe no, not really.
Сейчас. Angels of Hells, да, Ангел Ада.
Yeah.
Hells Angels.
Hell's Angels, yeah, Hell's Angels. Sounds familiar, man. Sounds familiar. It sounds like something I've said or heard. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. What about it?
Hell's Angels, it can be topic for different podcasts. I will try to show. It's the most maybe dangerous and hugest motorcycle band. In motorcycle culture, you got 3% of the motorcycles guys who is a criminal. It's some phrase of some politician guy of United States. He got some, like after World War II, a lot of young guys can come back to the America. They don't have a target in their life, and they start buy the motorcycles, start being like a
poor
group.
Americans.
Yeah, and they you can find a lot of movies about like with Marlon Brando have some movie about
Yeah, no, dude, a lot of Americans were fucked by the war, World War II. Yeah, psychologically, it's
and after war,
it's incomparable to the Soviet Union, but yeah.
The movie with Marlon Brando is the Wild One. His name. Fuck, it's amazing. I needed to.
Oh, dude, Marlon Brando has been. He's an actor I've been studying a lot. You know, I've been rewatching a lot of movies where he plays the lead. On the Waterfront. I don't know if you know about that one. On the Waterfront, then A Streetcar Named Desire. I saw recently. Dikar. What's the Wild One? Yo, I have not seen that, man.
Yeah, it's about that period. It's about that period, and when you watch that movie, you will start to understood more about the Hells Angels. Like it's same.
No, for sure, dude, for sure. Yeah,
that was most dangerous band in one period. They live in the period with the hippie, the summer of love, the acid, the summer at San Francisco, Woodstock, and that period.
1953, the Wild One. That's the year that Stalin died. Interesting coincidence.
No. The movie, yeah. But I'm talking about Hells Angels and about Hunter Stockman Thompson. He had meeting with the guys in that period, and he wrote a book about them, and they said that's more realistic book about them. They got a lot of mystical stuff, a lot of legends about that band. Like they create the orgies, they killing kids. I don't know about some creepy shit people talk, but they said the only truth you can find in this book. But after he wrote that book, that guys kick his ass. Really, he got a fight with them, and they will kick him. He got
they beat the shit out of him for writing this book.
After book. I don't know. I don't remember the full story about that moment. But
I can believe that. If they were really doing all this crazy shit and fucking with kids and stuff, and doing all their Hell's Angels shit, the name speaks for itself, bro. I wouldn't really say that like all bikers listen to it. It's like biker culture is huge, man.
Just 3%.
Oh, just 3%. Oh, the craziest of the bikers.
Yeah, but it's this 3% is just phrase of some politician. But the guy said, "Yeah, we."
It was like a cult. Yeah,
we are. We are that type of guys.
Damn, man, that's crazy, man.
We have Russia
I
sent-
definitely would not want to be walking, you know, in the forest, you know, in Minnesota, just doing my mushroom picking. You know what I'm saying? You know, with my comrade friends, and I wouldn't want to like accidentally fucking stumble upon a Hell's Angels followers fucking campfire. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be walking the other way. I wouldn't be like, hey, are you guys the Hell's Angels fans? Like, nice to meet all of you. Nah, I'd be going the other way. I'd be going the other way.
If we talk about Mr. Thompson, maybe.
Yeah, no, Mr. Thompson, man, I feel sad for him. That's the thing. Like, the reason I don't want to read his books is because I know a lot about him, and I feel sad for him. Even though, like, that's not how you should interact with art, right? There's this great essay by Derrida where he says the author must be dead, right? If you want to enjoy the art, you have to kill the author in your head, right? Pretend the author does not exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have this problem with Hunter S. Thompson. Oh, nice. I want to like, you know, I feel sorry for him. I've been having this problem with Jim Carrey lately, bro. Jim Carrey looks so depressed. Jim Carrey looks so sad.
I think it's different. No.
When I was a kid, I did not understand it, man. And now I feel his depression, and I'm like, fuck,
Jim
he's
Carrey
so
is
sad.
true. Jim Carrey is true. He is a very depressive guy. It's true. I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, but I feel sad
when
for
we
him, man.
talk
That's what I'm
about Hunter Stanton Thompson, I think it's different because that
You don't think
guy
he was sad?
maybe, but he got a very funny life because he lived a life with a lot of drugs. We never
His
will
whole
find...
life until the end, dude. Until the end.
Yes, but which types? Fuck, he got the rainbow of any types of...
No, bro, his routine was insane. He took all the drugs there are every day, bro. Every day, man.
Because it's his routine, and the guys who was working with him said for him, it was normal.
Whatever. Yeah, if he was doing it every day, eventually it would become normal. But I don't know. I mean, to me, it's crazy shit, man. Doing so many drugs, you know. Wow. So he's actually writing in the studio.
That guy is just from the band. It's some different guy, and Hunter sitting in the chair.
Right. That's crazy, man. Can you send me this link? I want to watch this later.
Yeah.
He just pulls up to a studio on a chopper.
Yeah.
And Hunter S. Thompson is sitting right there, like casually, like observing. That's dope.
Man. I don't need chair.
Yeah. I got my chopper, bro.
Crazy, man.
No, I like that, man. I'll check that out. No, man, it's a crazy life to live. I think, you know, it's to be, because like, you know, I'll smoke some weed or whatever, but like I even got to take breaks from that, right? I can't imagine a life where you do all the other shit every day. You know, I've tried some shit, of course, but like I don't know, man. Like it's hard for me to relate. It's hard for me to relate and be like, yeah, I understand this. You know, the same thing with Jack Kerouac. You know, he had a quite tragic end. They were all homies. Yeah, he had a tragic end. He drank a lot of whiskey like every day, man, and I think did coke also and all that kind of crazy shit. And the motherfucker just, one day when he was 50, like his heart exploded or something. He had some internal bleeding from drinking too much or something. But yeah, no, dude, they would rely on chemicals. You know, these people, they would rely on chemicals.
Did you saw that documentary?
About whom? About Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah, it's a short video, I think. A lot of fucking advertise why they use it.
That's how businesses work, man. Get an ad blocker.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, man. Get an ad. It's easy. Just put it on your Chrome. Ad block. Blocks everything. Makes your life much better.
There is no honest way to explain it, because the only people who really know where it is.
Can you turn up the sound? I can barely hear the sound. Can you make it louder?
He was a reporter with a wild imagination. He was not afraid to express himself in sometimes shocking ways.
I'm not at all embarrassed to use the word free.
Yeah, I'll check it out, man.
Starts off
Is Kevin Spacey playing him?
Ralph, when he first met Hunter, he'd never done any drugs. He loses it.
It's a lot of guys in this movie.
Oh, it's a documentary. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a documentary. A lot of historical person came to that movie, like ex-president of United States.
Which one? I'll check it out though. I'll check it out.
If I remember correct, Jimmy Carter was in that movie. Because Mr. Thompson was one of the journalists who was working on the president race, or how to say in English, yeah? Президентская гонка.
Yeah.
He was on Vietnam War. He was in so much different places.
Presidential campaign. Yeah, he was he was running for president.
Yeah. Mr. Thompson was a very interesting person. And when I was a kid, for me, it was, wow. Fucking
you were into him when you were a kid? Bro, I was into fucking Looney Tunes when I was a kid.
No, I mean a kid. I was 16 years. I was in the last class of the school. I started reading that book. The first book was...
Well, you're still a kid at that time. That's true.
Yeah. Well, for us, that was interesting.
Anyways, man, Radio Rats episode 1.
Yeah.
I think it was all right.
Спасибо всем тем, кто нас слушал.
Спасибо одному человеку, который это послушает.